Hey guys, what's going on? This is Indiebnb. This episode is sponsored by David Shapiro around Atlanta Realty. Check him out, David Shapiro Realty, best realtor in the Atlanta area. Believe it, he helped me with my house. He'll help you with your house. Let's go, David Shapiro Realty. Tash, who we have on today?
Tonight we've got Riarosa out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Very chill band, as you'll hear me say at the end of the night, at the end of the show, right before you go to sleep. Throw on some Riarosa, puts you in a great mindset. Grant had a great Pete Peterson, one of the most exciting Pete Petersons we've ever had. As Grant always says,
roll the motherfucking tape.
all right, welcome back to Indiebnb. Today we're joined by the band Riarosa out of Baton Rouge and New Orleans, apparently. How are y'all guys today?
Great. Thanks for having us.
Good. Thank you.
This is, for those listening, this is JT down here, and Maria on the, I guess, my bottom right. So what's going on with Riarosa? What's new with Riarosa these days?
Me? Man, we are just wrapping up an EP that we're gonna release a while back, but that got held off for some reasons, and so that is about to get mixed and mastered. Gonna put that out this fall. Then we got 4 singles after that, plus a bunch of songs that we have written. So we just been writing a bunch of songs over quarantine times and everything, and so we just got a bunch of new music. We're ready to go because we hadn't put anything out in a while, and so we just about to start pumping out new music, man.
Hell yeah, just gonna shoot it out of the can. So that's a big part of all of our conversations these days is, kind of what did you do musically during COVID? It sounds like y'all were on the writing trail.
Yeah, big time.
We all
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we were planning on releasing this 4 or 5 song EP at the beginning, but held that off and just wrote a bunch of other songs, and now we're like, we recorded it all and JT edited everything, so might as well add some, little things here and there and just release that and just, keep writing and releasing. We have way too much music to show the world.
Awesome. So
Fortunately.
Yeah, we must have written like 50 songs over quarantine, at least.
How do y'all go about?
Yeah, I'm thankful that we
Sounded pretty cool.
that we kept is every week just keep getting together. Was I glitching?
Yeah,
A little bit.
it sounded kind of cool though. It was like a little effect. What? Say that again though. It's kind of hard to hear what you said at the beginning.
Remember? Hold on, I'm gonna turn my Wi-Fi off. Is that better? No?
Yeah.
Seems okay.
Cool. What were you gonna say, Tash?
Oh, I was gonna say, I was wondering if maybe y'all's writing style changed during COVID. Were y'all still getting together, or were y'all kind of, sending stuff back and forth via email or whatever it might be?
Yeah,
Yeah,
both.
we're still getting together. Yeah, and both too. Me and Jacob did a lot of writing just ourselves. Me and the lead guitar player, and he does vocals too. We just wrote a bunch of ideas and sent it around, and everybody added stuff, and we just found out a lot more ways to go about writing, just because of everything. So JT would send us a bunch of drum tracks, and we'd write some random stuff over it, and we actually finished some of those now. So yeah, a lot of different ways for sure.
Hell yeah. Well, what is what went into the recording process for y'all? Do y'all record all together? Do you track them live? Do you track them separately? What do y'all do?
For the EP, which we recorded in November of 2018. That's how long ago we were planning on releasing this thing. I had this bright idea to go rent out an Airbnb in the middle of the woods in Covington, and like isolate ourselves for 3 days and just record the whole thing there, and like film it and everything. And we did, and actually went really great. Like, we rented out this super dope, like swanky Airbnb in the middle of the woods, this big place, brought all my stuff out there, and everything went awesome. Like, everything, it couldn't have gone better. Like, so our recording process there is pretty much the same as it is here. We'll track live as a band all together initially, and then just go back in and do overdubs, or like replace certain stuff that like if there's a guitar amp in the room that has drum bleed in it or something, we may retrack that if we need to. Obviously re-record the vocals, but for the most part, mostly everything was kept from the initial tracking phase with everyone. And I'll just go through and like edit, comp different parts from different takes, whichever ones are better, and once all that's there, once all the performances are there, then it's ready to get mixed.
Yeah, it seems, I feel like a lot of people don't do that anymore, like recording live. That seems a little old school.
Yeah, well, for me, I'm able to record that many channels at once. Maybe everybody doesn't have enough. Some people probably usually have maybe like a 4 to 8 channel interface. I can record up to 32 channels at one time. So we have that luxury of being, having that many microphones and channels to track the whole band with no compromises, all at the same time. So that could have something to do with it. Also, yeah, I mean, everybody's approach is different. I mean, to me, it's just faster to track everybody at the same time. It's just get it all at once.
Yeah, it must be a lot more fun too to be able to, instead of just playing by yourself, having the whole band there together.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's fun, and then when you get to like the 8th take, you're like, all right, this is the last one.
Yeah, we probably did 8 or 9 takes of each song.
JT's like, yeah, let's just do one more just for fun.
Yeah, that's my catchphrase.
Just for fun.
It works.
Yeah, I always like to do more. Like if I'm not 100, even if I am sure, I'm like, let's just do one more just for fun. Like, even if I know we got it, it's like, well, you never know, because sometimes I'll go back and edit stuff and I'll be like, oh man, we really don't have it. We're gonna have to do some more takes of this thing here. So yeah, I don't hold back, man.
So let's kind of back up a little bit. How did Riarosa come to be? How did y'all start as a band together?
Maria, you want to take that one, or you want me to? Well, so originally, I started a band with my roommate called Orange Juice. We were a 3-piece, like, trip hop kind of instrumental thing. We just, not that big of a deal. We just played for fun. It was like kind of a jam thing. We didn't really even write songs. And we were always looking for a guitarist and a singer. And I know, I ran sound at a venue in town called Spanish Moon. So I, knew all the bands and everything. And I knew Jacob through his band, Hydroplane. I asked him if he wanted to play guitar. He eventually came and joined us for like a practice or two, maybe. And then I'd known Maria through some mutual friends. We didn't know each other super well yet, but she just hit me up one day and was like, or I had hung out with her and I sent her a couple of beats that I had made. And she hit me up one day and she was like, hey, I'm like really trying to get back into music. Like, do you mind sending me or do you mind if I use one of those beats you sent me? And I was like, yeah, no problem. And she's like, well, next time y'all get together and jam, let me know because I want to come through. And I was like, we're jamming tonight. She's like, I'm coming. And she what was it, your phone was messed up, so she printed out MapQuest directions to my house. Like that's how like set on coming she was. And she came, and that was the first night that we our original lineup of Riarosa played together. And I don't know, Maria, if my memory is correct or not, if it was that night or the second night that we ended up writing 3 of our songs that we played for a while. Like part of our original set, we wrote 3 of them in one night. And we knew something we had something.
Yeah, that was the second night because I remember Jacob wasn't there the first time I was over there because I was like nervous that he was gonna be because I had like ran into him at school a lot, at like the music school, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this freaking indie guitar player, like he has long blue curly hair. And then so like I definitely acted a fool that first night because he wasn't there, and then probably acted a fool the second time too. But we made 3 songs out of it, and then like we had to play a show 2 weeks. It was like 2 or 3 weeks after that.
Yeah,
And
because
that was
Orange Juice had a couple of shows booked, and I was like, hey, do you want to do these shows with us? And she was like, yeah.
And I had never been in a band before, or like never even thought about being in a band. Like I just like made my own music like on SoundCloud and stuff in my like at home recording studio. So it's definitely escalated from that point of time for sure.
Yeah. Well, Maria is a natural on stage. It was like when Maria joined the band and we did that first show, I was like, okay, this is something else now. I think we were still called Orange Juice at that show, weren't we?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is something else. Like clearly Maria is the focus of the band, and we're gonna have to come up with a new name. And we tossed around a bunch of ideas. I don't even know, they were all terrible.
Pretty dumb names.
And Maria's name is Riarosa, and so we ended up coming up with Riarosa. And
yeah, it's like my childhood name. So yeah, it's been around for a while, so we're like, it's a little catchy. Let's go ahead.
You'll never have a band name dumber than the one Grant came up with, which is Duck Truck.
Duck Truck? I like that.
Thanks.
What was Jeff's didn't Jeff have some what was it? It's like something dolphin. Do you don't remember?
I don't know, man.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Wait,
I have a whole
bald dolphin.
That was a good one.
I thought that was pretty good.
I have a whole.
When y'all first started playing, did y'all was y'all your vibe, your sound, was it similar to what y'all have out now? This sort of dreamy, chill, funky mix. That's kind of how I hear y'all's band. And
yeah. At first, it was like it definitely changed or evolved. Like I had a totally different singing voice. Like it was like funky neo soul. Like I was belting and all this, and then it kind of just like since we like changed members, it kind of just became so much more chill. Like every song just came a lot. I don't know, but then we definitely still have some like more rockin', like upbeat guys now instead of just like the groovy funk and neo soul kind of vocals and stuff.
Yeah, at first we considered ourselves neo soul because we had to think like, what are we? Because everybody has different influences. Like I come from a heavy like indie dream pop chill kind of influence. Maria, you're kind of all over the place. You're like into that stuff. You're really into a lot of soul and R&B and like electronic stuff. And Jacob's very into jazz. He really, he listens to indie stuff too, like rock, like a lot of classic stuff. And so like all of our influences kind of mesh together to where it's like we kind of didn't even know what we were at first. So neo soul seemed fitting, and then yeah, we did sort of start to evolve more into like a indie kind of dream pop or like indie pop kind of vibe, which this EP that's coming out is like very much that, because like when we recorded it, that was like a lot more prominent in our song like lineup. And like Maria said, throughout quarantine, we wrote all kind of different stuff, man. Like, I contributed song ideas, Maria had song ideas, Jacob had song ideas, Aaron had at least a couple. And so things were all over the place. It was kind of like stressing me out for a second, because I was like, wait, man, like this is like totally going off the rails. Like, I don't know if I like where this is going, but at the end of the day, we were commissioned to write 100 songs by our manager at the time. That's what he told us when we reached out to him. He's like, don't put out this EP right now. Write 100 more songs and then pick the best ones out of that. Like, how do you know those 5 songs aren't the worst you would have written out of the 100? And so we respected him and did what he told us to do. And throughout that process, evolved a lot, ended up with a lot of really, really good songs also. So that's why we're going to put out this EP first. And then we have 4 singles after that are a little more of a progression into like kind of the stuff we've been writing lately. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So it'll be a little, will it be a drastic change or sort of just a, an involvement, as you said earlier, from the EP
not
to 4 singles?
Yeah, not too drastic. It's still Riarosa, like that's something that I really care about, and that I kind of think about a lot when we're writing music and everything. Is I just want to, it's a concern of mine that like it still sounds like Riarosa, and that if I were a Riarosa fan already and then this new stuff came out, like would I still like that from this band? Because you kind of, obviously you want bands to progress and not do the same thing all the time, but also you don't, like, fans kind of expect a certain thing from a band. And that's why they listen to them. So I try to make sure that soul is still there. Not that I have to try that hard. I mean, it just is what it is anyway. But yeah, it's not too terribly different. It's just like, it's just still sounds like us, but it's just kind of a, going a slightly different direction. Some of them, a couple of them sound very much like it. Out of the 4 singles, a couple of them are very still very indie, kind of dream pop kind of vibe, and then there's a couple more like a little bit more of like a indie rock, which from people I've showed them to, they really like those a lot. So we get feedback from our friends and everything.
So let's shift gears a little bit and get more into the visual side of your band. Mr. Grant here is a video expert in my eyes. I'll let him take this one.
Definitely not an expert. Really like music videos, love that art. I think that's something that we've lost recently as MTV has gone to more reality shows and bullshit. But I watched some of y'all's YouTube stuff, and I really enjoyed the the live videos. What kind of like, I see you guys have a filmmaker who does those. Tell me about the process of you guys creating those, and like, what inspired you guys to want to do, show your 2 variety or 2 varsity, varsity play or varsity shows, and like, why did you want to do those things? At least get those videos out there.
Content,
yeah, yeah,
baby.
yeah. I mean, I am now. Like we had gotten a manager. We don't have a manager anymore, but I pretty much manage the band, and I was just getting really heavy into like researching like marketing stuff and like how to. I mean, after we put our first single, I quickly realized like, man, there's way more to this than just like putting it out, you know. And so I don't remember what gave me the idea to do it the first time, but we hired this guy. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because for my other project, Boy Dreams, it's like this side project synthwave thing that's not really going on anymore. But I hired him to come film our video release party, and I was like, man, I'm gonna get this dude to come do a Riarosa show, and then after that, we pretty much got him to do like almost every one, and it was just a good way to, you know. Uh, get people to see like if they weren't there they can see what happened and like be like, man, that looked awesome, I want to go to the next one, or like if you were there, it's cool, it's fun to look back at. And we would run Facebook ads on them, and so it would just get seen by a lot of people. Just kind of my philosophy was just like reaching people, not
Yeah,
necessarily just kind of like awareness, just kind of creating awareness for us, more or less.
that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think that that's something that definitely a lot of bands, more bands should do, and just that particular one. I mean, like just like you said, the effect it had on me was like, damn, I want to be in the front row and be vibing just like they are. That looks fucking tight. Um, and then you guys did Gravity. You have a video for that particular song. Why did you guys choose that one in particular? What made you want to get into that and get creative with that video?
Well, so our first video was super DIY, and like very it was not planned at all. We're That was for Don't Look Back, one of like our electronic singles, and we were just playing around on some app that one of our friends at the music school built, and was and then filmed me on a in front of a green screen, and like kind of edited some crazy visuals and had a lot of fun with that. And we are like, all right, this is our first music video. And then we released Gravity, and we were like, okay, we're gonna have to try to like step it up. So me and our friend Nick Arnold kind of just like, we grabbed his camera and set up some really good lighting, and we kind of just ran around with each other with the camera, and like filmed me dancing, and used the projector and projected some colors that we thought like
Was the album
Gravity
art.
sounded like. Yeah, and it was also the album art. And that was a really fun shoot. So shouts out to Nick Arnold. That was awesome. But we have some more music videos we're working on, and I'm really hyped about those too.
Ooh,
It's gonna be legit.
okay. What do we? I mean, can we get a taste? What are we thinking about here? We're gonna keep it secret.
It's so dream pop. It's so dreamy. It's that's for after the EP, for some of the singles. So that's what we're working on the side of editing the EP before we send it off. So we have enough time to like prepare and create more content around that for like the whole release of those singles.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
What
so
Good.
yeah, because what happened was we had just been sitting on the EP, and those songs kind of fell into the pot with all the other ones we were writing, and because like I said, we were working with this manager, and once he wasn't managing us anymore, we had already begun the process with these 4 singles that weren't any songs from the EP, and we were in the process of getting these videos made, or at least talking, like getting the ball rolling on that. And so once he left the picture, we were like, man, let's put the EP out like let's just put that thing out, man. Like it's pretty much ready to get mixed. You know, we've been sitting on this thing, and so that's why we're making the videos for those singles and not the EP.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very good. You know, the other part of, you know, obviously visual, you know, I love to think about what you guys, you know, obviously we're selfish. We're here in Atlanta. We have, you know, pretty good music scene, and I think you guys are local enough. Y'all should be, you know, jamming. Where would you guys, you know, have y'all ever played here? Is there any hope to play here, you know, in the future, or, you know, what's the tour outlook look like for as you guys get into this cycle with the EP and the singles coming out?
Really have no idea. I mean, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, this could help some bands out there, but like, you know, I didn't really want to talk too much about it, but like the whole management thing was like, I mean, we ended up, this guy was from C3, which is like a big management firm. He got us an agent from CAA. We had a lawyer. We had everything, man. And like, so we were really planning on, we thought we were going to get out there and tour whenever we could, you know, and we ended up, things would be a lot different, I'm sure, if quarantine wasn't a thing, when we could have actually started touring like earlier, and like kind of gain some traction, you know what I mean? But now that we don't have any of that anymore, it's back to us. It's kind of like, I really have no idea, man. Like, because we had a tour booked ourselves. We had a West Coast tour booked right before quarantine happened. And so, you know, that was not good. And so now it's really, I mean, we have no idea, man. Like as far as touring goes, like, because I mean, we don't have an agent, and we'll just have to see. Like, I don't know. Everything's just so unsure right now. What's, you know, about touring. If we had an agent, or like if we had already toured before to where, you know, we kind of knew and had like contacts and knew we could, that'd be one thing. But we really haven't ever toured. We've only gone to Austin a few times, as far as playing out of town. Then we play New Orleans and Lafayette. But other than that, we haven't been really out of here yet. But we would love to. You know, that's definitely something we want to do. But as of now, it's kind of hard to even like figure that out. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
So
with, you know, touring aside, how awesome is it to be back just playing live? I mean, I'm sure y'all didn't get to play live hardly at all last year, and I saw y'all have recently played. So what was that experience?
It was bomb. It felt like it was the first time ever, really. It was I think I was like way more like insane and energetic than ever before. Because given, you know, haven't played in front of people in forever, and that just like, I don't know, it's a whole nother world. So I'm super hyped whenever I'm back on stage with my boys.
Yeah, it's been, I've gone to 3 or 4 shows in the last like 2 months, and the first one I went to was in this like tiny club, and it was just like, it felt like you just said, it felt like it was the first show I'd ever seen. So I can only imagine it, you know, on the other side of the stage, how amazing that felt. But yeah, you know, if we could ever do anything to help y'all get a set here in Atlanta, you know, let us know, and we're all about that. That's the main goal of this podcast, is more to help get you guys any exposure we can. And you know, we're fans of y'all's music, and if y'all were to ever play here, we'd definitely be in the front row. But you know, with that, I think it might be time for some Pete Peterson's party pack of questions, and see what you guys are made of. See if we can find out a little bit more about y'all.
all right. Well, how do we want to do it? We want to go Maria first, and then we'll hit it after with JT. Or do you want to answer first, Maria? So it's a rapid fire question. It's 20 questions right in a row. If they're either or, so it's not the SAT.
Oh, okay.
So it's not gonna be.
Okay.
It's gonna be
No trivia.
No trivia.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll go Maria first, then we'll go JT with P. Peterson's party pack of questions. We're going to start right now. Cake or pie?
No. Wait, what?
Cake or pie?
Cake. Did you hear me? Cake.
She wants cake. All right, JT, what you got? Cake or pie?
Oh, we going like that? I'm pie, man.
The pie guy. All right. Gumbo or jambalaya?
Gumbo.
Gumbo.
Gumbo. Okay. Would you rather be a ninja or a pirate?
Ninja.
Ninja all day. I was a
All right.
ninja for Halloween for like 5 years in a row when I was a kid.
Oh yeah. Salad or soup? What are you getting?
Salad.
Salad.
Salad. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Certainly dogs for me. I'm allergic
All
to
right.
cats. I like cats. Can't touch them.
Can't touch him, but he likes them. We need more dogs though, as he said. They say. Tendies or wings? Chicken tendies, chicken wings.
Wings.
Wings. Yeah. Big hot
Okay.
wing enthusiast.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Guac or salsa?
Guac.
Guac, man. These are easy.
All right, are robots going to take over the world?
Yep.
No.
No. Oh,
Got an option.
T believes in the human resistance. Let's go. Are aliens real?
Oh shit. People are gonna bash me for this. Hell yeah.
You tell me,
I'm
bro.
gonna go with JT thinks aliens are real.
Absolutely. I don't know if they're here, but man, I mean,
I
out
don't
of
know.
millions
I
and
don't-
millions of
Yeah.
planets out there, there's got to be other life.
For
Yeah.
sure. All right, what about this one? Is love at first sight real?
Hmm.
It could be. I don't know. That's circumstance. No.
Hard no for Marie.
Yeah. Sure. Why
JT,
not?
JT believes in aliens, believes in love at first sight. We love that. All right, if you guys were to show up to a party, are you more likely to do the robot or the worm on the middle of the dance floor?
Worm.
She's a worm.
I am guaranteed to do the robot.
Okay.
King Tut, the King Tut robot.
Oh my. Woo.
He taught me that too. I had to know.
I like that. I like it. All right. Whenever you guys are out in beautiful Baton Rouge and New Orleans, I mean, are you guys more of a night in crew or a night out crew?
Night in. My room is so chill.
Well, with the crew, it's probably mostly a night out, but I do like to hang out at the crib as well.
All right. All right. Couple of homebodies. I like that. I like that. You guys chips or pretzel people?
Chips.
Chips.
Chips all the way. All right. What do you guys think about circus peanuts? Do you eat them? The orange peanuts from the gas station. You ever had those?
Ooh. No.
Orange peanuts.
It's like
I think
candy.
the better question is, do you know what circus peanuts are?
It's like candy, right?
Yeah, it's a candy.
I don't know if I know what you're talking about, but I don't know if I've ever had those, to be honest.
Hey, next time you're in the gas station, I love them. I'm the only one though, so take that with a grain of salt.
Don't buy them.
Dude, I like these.
Tea or coffee? What are you drinking?
I drank tea and coffee today.
Coffee.
Probably coffee.
They're both going down to PJ's to get a nice cup of coffee. Cup of
I
Joe.
love tea, man, but I drink coffee.
Gotcha.
I drank
All right.
matcha and coffee. All right, keep going.
All right. Are you guys gonna get a dozen Mary Lee donuts or a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts?
Mary Lee's, baby.
Yeah. Easy. Mary Lee, boy.
Dude. Oh,
Hey, I had to. It's like it basically was like a sacrificial question. It was like, do you like Mary Lee donuts? And like, if you didn't like them, I was gonna be like, do you guys really live in
And-
Louisiana? Or
end call. End call.
Yep, done. All right, toaster strudels or Pop Tarts for your other breakfast treat.
Ooh, toaster strudels with that sauce on top.
Yeah, Strudes.
Struds, I like it. All right, waffles or pancakes?
Shit. Pancakes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with pancakes, slight edge.
I had
Slight edge
pancakes
for-
this morning.
All right, what'd you put on?
Some blueberries and
Nice.
butter and syrup.
Syrup.
All
Yeah.
right, all right. And finally, the final question of Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. Who are some bands that we ought to know that y'all been listening to?
Do you know? Ooh, wait. Can you see me? Okay. The Hiatus Coyote. Anybody?
Hiatus Coyote. I mean, who do we need
And
to check out?
Yeah, baby. Crumb.
Rumpelstiltskin.
You probably maybe heard of Little Dragon.
No.
What? Man, I figured you guys would know all three of those bands. Good for you. That's
Your turn.
that's some good ones. All right. So you ever heard of a band called Hoops?
No.
No.
Oh yeah. Hoops.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to the homies Levada from New York. They're really awesome. We played a show with them like right before quarantine pretty much. And let's see who else. How about someone that you haven't heard of? I was trying to think of some like deep cuts, man, you know.
What about the Marias?
Maria's. I don't think I know them either.
You guys ever heard of No Vacation?
I was just about to say that.
No.
Yeah, No Vacation is one of my favorite bands. They're amazing.
Wow.
That's awesome.
All right.
You know, we got our
I mean,
homework.
I could go all day, man.
Love it. I love it, man. We
Same.
the best part about this podcast is we just get one, we get one person in one group, and then we like get all these great suggestions. We feature them on the page, and they're like, hey, you want to come on the podcast? Riarosa sent you. Like, hey, these people told us about you. We should, y'all want to come on. So that's kind of how we've grown it. And, we appreciate all suggestions, any and all. And that fact that we know none of those, we'll be listening and trying to get them on board.
check out Levada, man. They're I feel like they'd be pretty accessible,
Yeah.
They're kind of like a up and coming band, like sort of like us, they might be a little further along than we are, but they're really great. I think you'll love them, and I feel like probably a good chance they might be willing to do this
Very tight
as well.
Very tight. Yeah, we
Can,
always love that.
can we do 20 more questions? That was fun.
Shit. I mean, I got 20 more questions. I don't know. I don't know if we got enough time. We gotta keep it. We gotta keep it under a certain time period so we can post it everywhere.
I'm just playing. That was fun though.
Yeah, you got it.
That'd be great. That was one of the best answers I've ever seen was just, showing the alien on the sleeve there. So, but Riarosa, what a time, what a band. Everyone go check them out. If you're just looking to wind down for an evening, throw on some Riarosa. It'll put you in a great calming mood. But JT and Maria, y'all been awesome. And hopefully we can see y'all play live soon.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you for
Well,
having us.
Yeah, if we
Keep going.
can ever make it to Atlanta, man, we'll do it.
Without a doubt. Grant and I might have to hop on down to Louisiana and see y'all play down there. So
Yeah, come on.
we will do it. But yeah, thank y'all so much for coming on, and hope you have a good night.
All
You
right, thank
too.
you.
Please.
Later.